Thanksgiving storm with severe weather potential components or potential? Yeah, it's possible. Reed Timmer, we are watching Dixie Alley for outside chance of a severe weather event, including threat of tornadoes on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then it would move across to the east on Thanksgiving the day after. And the Euro has severe weather event unfolding across Mississippi and Alabama, while GFS has a progressive system through the Carolina Piedmont with minimal severe weather, but rain. But you know what? We're so good at weather at this point, I think most of us will hopefully survive the storm. Solar physicists and space weather community, are you not entertained? Here comes Solar Cycle 25, the Terminator. Hashtagged. Now remember, 99.9% of the space weather and earth weather community on YouTube has said we are going to a deep grand solar minimum. We're going to be there for 30 years. And I've been like, dude, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. There may be safety in numbers, but there's also idiotness where people start to believe their own lies. Okay, great. Anyway, the sun has definitely been waking up. The solar flux is over 92 now, I believe. And if you track back the solar cycle 11 years ago, it is way more active now than it was at this point 11 years ago. So we got a better chance of getting a grand solar maximum than we do a grand solar minimum, because we got a big monster solar spot rolling around the sun. And remember, this thing is probably not going to peak out until 2025. So for it to be this lit this early is a sign that nobody knows what the sun's going to do, and I'm betting on it to be active, which is good because during solar minimums, empires fall. But during solar maximum, empires rise. And I'm guessing the roaring 20s will return to Earth sometime around 2022, 2023, which will bring me jazz and rock and roll will be back and comedy. It'll be great. So stick around and survive the deadly winter wave of the coronavirus. Industrial engineer Irene Quiores. We see a coronal mass ejection and another coronal mass ejection. Two of them out of Big Bang, opposite sides of the sun. There's one, and there goes two. So yeah, there's quite a bit of activity going on with the sun. Yay, me and you. Did I mention I love you? Okay, great. Jim Tang, the astronaut's favorite weatherman, asking, is it too early to cancel winter yet? Because we're definitely going to have a hot lead up into January. And the YouTube mini Ice Age salesman would say no. So yeah, when is that mini Ice Age going to show up, by the way? Anyway, yeah, it's hot. And like it's going to be like 70 something degrees in Texas today. 80 on the 28th. So yeah, prepare for a pretty mild winter down south, although, make it cold in spots. And Mars has been direct. It's getting it for about a week. And so I'm having to adjust to the energy. And then we got our next we got lunar eclipse of the year number 5. It'll be lunar in Gemini on the 29th and 30th of the month. And then we have a solar total eclipse on the 14th of December. That'll be in Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius, by the way. So yeah, we're going to be roaring back into eclipse season in about 10 days. So like I said, the overall projections for December are going to be that it's going to be pretty warm and a pretty mild winter for December. So there you go, which is good for Houston because I believe the coronavirus gets more contagious and stronger in colder winter conditions. So good for Houston that we've stayed in pretty warm temperatures down south. And this will be 80 on the 28th. So be on the lookout for heat, baby. No, you shut up. Oh my God, hey, did y'all hear about this? Professor Hartigan says on the evening of December 21st, Jupiter and Saturn will look like a double planet separated by only a fifth of the diameter of the full moon. Best viewing will be near the equator, but the event will be observable anywhere on Earth, weather permitting. We're now less than a month away from what will be a grand monumental shift in the energy, as Jupiter and Saturn have been in Capricorn this whole year together with Pluto. And so that's partially why this year has sucked so bad and we watched all the old systems crumble before our eyes. And so you're going to see an energetic shift happen after the December 21st point, unlike anything we've ever seen in our life, and it's my belief that the shift will be for the better. So if you want doom and gloom, Thor News is not the place to get it. Sure, the world is dangerous, but we strive for good defense here. Man, that's bouncy. Bouncy. We are family. All my brothers, sisters, and me. And all of Earth, really. I remember in Avengers Endgame, half the people on Earth died from 2020 to 2022. But in real life, we have the X-Men. Yeah. So let's hope we team up and do better. Culture Volcan. This volcano eruptive is happening in Kluchisovsky, which I think is in Russia. The eruptive activity is ongoing. Wonderful. Asterisk. That's not a real booty. That's a chicken wire booty. Although at this point, being locked down for like 3 years, chicken wire booty sounds good right now. It is my duty to bend that chicken wire booty. What? Dakota Smith, the weather deck. The ordinary can actually be quite amazing and sufficiently wonderful. That's mesmerizing, baby. Watch them juices flow. That's more like plasma. The atmosphere is like a plasma. We are family. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Dude, I have so much to be thankful for. I cannot tell you how blessed, lucky, and grateful I am to get to be your planetary defense commander. And if I want to stay home for 6 weeks without even leaving my apartment, I can. So I just want to say that I feel super lucky and I'm super grateful. And I hope everybody is going to have a safe holidays. We're now watching. And it's been, dude, I did my best. Like, kind of petered out on the last storm, Iota. But that was like 7 months of me doing my best on hurricane season. And Cranky was like, F y'all. Because, you know, like I said, doing this, there are people always yelling at you for some reason. So he tapped out like 2 weeks ago. Just because you always got people yelling at you. And like I said, the mini Ice Age people are been trying to control the YouTube and weather. Like some type of supervillains for the last 5 years. Glad they took the big L, though. Really glad they took the big L, brother. Anyway. Yeah, but I'm grateful. And there is a lot of damage, death, and destruction that has been happening. So every day above ground is a good day. You know what I'm saying? This is Nicaragua and Honduras who got hit really hard by Iota. And they got another storm rolling through there that'll hit Honduras and bring more rain to Nicaragua, which they do not need. Back in the day, nations used to help each other, but we're in definitely different waters. I'm telling you, the whole Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Capricorn, we knew it was just going to be a no fun fest, man. Okay, because you've been with me some version of the 8 years I've been doing this, can I tell you something funny that I think? That, like, if you want to put up a video that's going to get a decent amount of views, I mean, it used to, because now that, like, I can't even break 1,000 views a video because they're siphoning my views off so hard so they could support Grand Solar Minimum or whatever. Yeah, like a good way to do it is you just do a video of a fireball. You know, I was trying to tell jokes and shit. But I gotta say, most of the time, unless you're seeing it in person, fireballs are pretty boring. Like, if you see my video, to me, they're like pretty boring. It's like, all right, yeah, it's a light, it flashes twice, boom. That was act the same, they was do the same. So, I don't know. I still may do actual videos on fireballs in the future, but I'm just saying, overall, to me, fireball videos are mostly boring. Although, if you see a fireball in person, in real life, in real time, it makes you feel like you're 7 years old again. You're like, wow, it's like a message from God. I should make a wish. Wow, what a warm up. 48-degree difference right now from 16-degree yesterday. You know, so like I said, it's a pretty warm winter for a lot of places in the USA. Maria La Rosa is like, shh, I think the weather's taking a quick little snooze. Some refreshingly quiet weather maps. I'm like, hey, how can you say it's quiet? There's fog. Texas fog. I'm like, crap, that means vampires. Asterisk. Anyway, I like fog. Fog is more interesting than meteor videos or whatever. Did you know Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol was published in 1843 on my birthday? And I'm a Christian, and Jesus has been my number one superhero since I was a tiny little kid. So, yeah, I'm big into the Christmas spirit. And you don't have to be a Christian to appreciate the Christmas spirit and Christmas magic, though it helps. And you name it, dude, no matter what the holiday is, you're going to get people around your YouTube channel telling you that that holiday's evil. Now, Halloween's the easy one. Be like, Halloween's evil. And you're like, eh. But then there are people like Easter's evil, or Christmas is evil, or Thanksgiving's evil, or New Year's is evil. Like, I don't know. It's just weird, man. And you get to define your own holiday. You don't have to like go back 1,200 years and say this is the root cause and blah, 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 blah. No, you get to define all the shit all you want to. It's like if you want to think Trump won the presidency, go ahead. If you want to think Biden won, go ahead. If you want to think Christmas is awesome, go ahead. If you want to think Christmas was created by an evil spaghetti monster 65,000 years ago, go ahead. Everything that's so 2020. Anyway, I was talking about the storm that was going through Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica. I haven't traveled really anywhere, though, so technically I've wanted to go almost everywhere. All right. So, like, I got my 8-year anniversary coming up on the 23rd. And for, like, almost every year, I used to have a running thing where a nice lady, young woman, would pick me up, take me out. We'd hang out around my anniversary. And technically, the last time that happened was around November 2017. That was Taylor. But I've been on a curse since. So I'm wondering, will the curse be broken? Will some mystery crush, well, I got like 8 or 10 crushes that I approved of, pick me up, take me out, whether we go see the Chappelle show after tested, masked up, or just go to dinner, or just go for a walk. Will that happen this year? I don't know, man. But I'll tell you this, I'd put the chance of that happening at 1%, but I've raised it to 3%. So wish me luck. Unless you hate me, then like wish me anti-luck, I guess, if that's your shit. Hey, Sabin Kaya volcano is also having activity. I'm talking about dense fog, bitches. All right, man. And I get to talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. I get to wake up whenever I want. I haven't had to use an alarm clock in years. I'm really grateful for my job, by the way. Yeah, definitely November's weird. Everybody's really mad at everybody. And it's setting up for like the weirdest Thanksgiving ever. So I'm kind of glad that I think I'm going to be alone for Thanksgiving. I don't mind. I'm just going to overeat, eat too much cheese and sugar and shit by myself, you know. But I want to say hopefully in December or January we can all start to heal again and we can get past this really dipshitty narrative that we've had for a while. You know? We're all in this together, bro. And I'll try not to trigger you guys, but it's hard because I've had like, you know, QAnon and the Grand Solar Minimum guys and I said you guys kicking me in the nuts for like 5 straight years and stealing and cheating and hacking and so I'm, you know, part of me is like, ha. It's like yesterday in comments someone was telling me I need to kiss my ass goodbye because I was gonna die soon. And I was like, well, can you please say it louder so the Air Force can hear you as Planetary Defense Commander? Okay, great. Anyway, it's just politics, man. You guys sound like freaking Al Qaeda. If someone says something bad about Allah, you know, are you saying that Trump is Allah? I guess. Man, I was doing good and I talk about politics, but then zip zap pow. Volcanoes have been not volcanoes, earthquakes have been calm for a bit, but we are on the lookout with Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto and Capricorn conjuncting and shit. We're definitely looking for more earthquake and volcano activity to happen to close out the year and over the next 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to not talking about politics as soon as the election's over. But the election's probably not going to be over until December 14th. It may not be over till like the 20th of January. And Mars will be in Aries until January 6th, so buckle up, baby. Or don't buckle up if you think seatbelts are the mark of the beast. Do it, you do you. The Cinnabon volcano has also been very active, and its actively growing lava dome causes partial collapsivity. I'm making up words here. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Oh, this ain't Spain, bro. This is like the UK and Ireland and shit. Scotland, probably. People are like, yeah, you don't look that good lately, dude. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been me. It's one guy, me, versus all these freaking gangs for like 5 years. So The fact that I'm still here, I'm very proud of that. I am a fighter, and I am not a conformist. You know, I don't like joining groups. I don't like joining groups. I like starting groups. You know what I'm saying? Okay, great. Yeah, so now everybody's talking about the big Jupiter-Saturn conjunction happening on the 21st of December. I've been talking about it for like 3 years because it's a big deal. Did you know in astrology, for thousands of years, that was always the most important thing? It happens every 20 years, and it starts like a whole 20-year cycle. The world has definitely changed in the last 20 years. And like at the start of that cycle, we had 9/11. So the start of this cycle, that hasn't, and at the end of the cycle, when they were talking about the Y2K virus, we ended up with the damn real virus. So what I'm saying is we need to raise our vibration and improve our attitude, because whatever thoughts and actions we take into the December 21st will stick with us for 20 years, man. I'm telling you that as Planetary Defense Commander, and that I'm going to be here for 10 more years. So I want to have good times and have good times return to Earth. I am 48 years old. So I remember before things got super shitty and it was all doomy and gloomy all the time. That shit started in 1999. From like 88 to 99, everybody was pretty cool, man. And there were lots of rock and roll and comedy was everywhere. And it was all about family and friends. Then it was like, boom, politics and doom and gloom all the time. And then like, New World Order and the Devil's Beast. And it was always just garbage, man. I'm tired of I have post-traumatic stress disorder from all the like 20 years of doom, gloom, and garbage. Bro, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Although, it is the third wave of the virus. So avoid that shit. And because, like I said, things will hopefully get better after the 21st. Yeah, dude, like Mars has been in the Aries war sign. So you had like doubled war squared for 6 months, and that'll last till January 6th. So definitely hang on to at least that point as well. Yeah, Halo CME data from the Stereo A show promising regions coming in the southern hemisphere. In addition to flaring, there were many jets. One of them is shown here. It will be 3 to 3.5 days before we see the regions from Earth. Ooh, girl, I love you so. I'm never, ever, ever gonna let you go. I like it when the sun wakes up. It's more active. It's kind of like solar minimum is when your girlfriend is sleeping on the bed. And solar maximum is like when your girlfriend is awake and happy. Which would you rather have? That's easy for me to answer. Speaking of political stuff, there's a guy named Ben Shapiro. He's a big Trump guy. But Cardi B did a song called WAP. Anyway, and like Ben Shapiro freaked out because it's about how a woman's vagina gets wet. And Ben was like, women's vaginas get wet? What? Are you crazy? That sounds like a disorder. So like he's married and he's rich and he didn't even know women's vaginas get wet. That's the funniest thing that's happened in 2020. Dude's got a wife. It's like, dude, yeah, you should have figured that shit out, man. Yeah, I guess he's never going to find out about the squirting thing then, I guess. Oh, dude, what am I doing? Oh, it's the last degree of Scorpio season? And so I guess I'm off the rails. I'm sorry. Asterisks. Yeah, dude, this could be one hell of a sunspot. Hello. Okay. All right. Wait, so I just want you guys to know that I love you, and hopefully we'll make it through the rest of this year, and hopefully you'll stick around. But if you want to leave, I understand, and hopefully you'll find what you're looking for somewhere else. That'd be weird, huh? You know what I'm saying? I got that from Blake. His name rhymes with Jake. Get it? He's saying that like the year that nobody liked would get an actual additional month. That's the joke. Everybody's super sad about the Arecibo telescope being broken in Puerto Rico and out of commission for good. But, dude, we've been taking heavy hits and getting heavy holes on the telescope side for like 20 years. Like, they haven't put any money into telescopes, new telescopes. So, yeah, this is a very sad situation. But hopefully, after December 21st, we are going to start the whole new 20-year cycle. And so we're going to find out a lot more about planet Venus. And we're going to put a lot more into telescopes. And we're going to get space trucks. And we're going to finally move into the future. Because I'm sick and tired of the 60 years of baby boomer shit. I'm ready for Gen X to take control, man. And so when both sides are like, I'm worshiping some 75-year-old guy, I'm like, hey, man, Gen X has been waiting in the wings forever. It is time to let us steer the ship, in my opinion. But hey, everybody's allowed their own opinion. And if at any point in time I called you a dickweed, a dipshit, a dumbass, an idiot, I'm sorry. I apologize. Not you, Steve. Steve Cobb's cool. And if I ever talked about butts or boobs or mouths or women's shoulders or the back of their necks or, the divots in their hips or that part where the thigh meets the chode, or I apologize. F you, smug alien. All right. And I tried to figure it out. In my lifetime, I think I've generated somewhere between 50 to 100 million laughs. Because, I'm a jovial Sagittarius. And so laughter's medicine, and I'm a healer. So that is cool. I feel like I've done a great, great, great job. But I don't get too cocky. I owe it all to God, Jesus Christ, my friends, my families, my teachers, and even the haters along the way. And all you guys. You guys are great. Love you, Asteroid Fight Club. Yeah, like I said, my haters and hackers have been really upset this entire November. I think they're stealing my super chat money again, and they're really grinding down on my funds and stuff. But, it's life is peaks and valleys. I'm hanging in there, and, it always works out for me. So I'm going to keep doing my best. And I know I'm in kind of I don't really give a fuck kind of mood for November because I'm so tired of everybody's shit, and I wanted the election to be over, but it's not over. I mean, it is, but it isn't. And so, I will return to basic normal programming probably in the middle of January. So if you're still with me or you come back, great. I love you. If not, I wish you well. I would take the coronavirus seriously. But if you're going to be one of those people who is like, I think it's a hoax, and then they do a story of you where you died, I might laugh, which is the Capricorn shadow side of me this deep into 2020. But every time I see one of those stories where someone was like, it's a total hoax, and they die from it, I'm like, oh, what a dipshit. That's Darwin's Law, dude. Why didn't you listen? Anyway, God bless everyone. I love you all. I want us all, like I said, I wanted to concentrate after the election, no matter who won, concentrate on a great Thanksgiving playing defense and a great Christmas. But that didn't happen. And I wanted us to unite before 2020. We would have avoided the entire plague. That didn't happen. So you get the hand you've been dealt and you do your best. That's how I do it, and that's how I'm going to keep doing it. And hopefully my sense of humor will return, and hopefully all my good works will finally pay off. And I will get a good luck kiss around. I mean, they don't necessarily have to kiss me. They could just take me to dinner. One of my crush pick me. We'll see, though, man. We'll see. Like I said, Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn are still in Capricorn. So shit's probably still going to suck for me, at least till the 21st of December. But then it should start getting better. Shit hasn't sucked as bad. Like, for me, my worst year was 2018. I hated 2018. But I survived that. So I'm a survivor. And I plan to be here for at least 10 more years, by 20. We'll see. God bless everyone. Stay cool. I will talk to y'all soon. I missed you guys. Give me a hug over the internet. Oh, there you go. Man, your hair smells good. Okay, stay cool. God bless everyone. So yeah, we're in the Ghost of Christmas present phase. So survive it and learn the lessons you need to learn.